Ladies and gentlemen, every single morning you open your eyes, you've been given another shot at life, another opportunity to do better, to go further, to love deeper, to dream bigger. But what most people don't understand is that how you start your day determines how your day will go. The first words you speak to yourself set the tone for everything else. If you wake up with doubt, fear, and complaints, you've already lost half the battle before you've even left your bed. But if you wake up with intention, with gratitude, and with the right words in your mouth, you will set yourself up for success. You can't control every single thing that happens to you, but you can control the energy you bring into your day. The first thing you must tell yourself every morning is that you are grateful. Gratitude is the seed that grows into every other blessing you will ever receive in your life. You see, when you wake up and your first thought is about what's wrong, what you're missing, or what you wish was different, you've already started your day with a closed heart. But when you wake up and the first thing out of your mouth is thank you, you open the door for God to pour more into your life. It's not about ignoring your problems. It's about shifting your focus so you can see the opportunities hidden in your situation. You might not have the car you want yet, but you've got transportation. You might not be living in your dream house yet, but you've got a roof over your head. You might be going through struggle, but you woke up today, which means you've been given another chance to get it right. Gratitude changes your energy. It's impossible to complain and be grateful at the same time. When you start your day with appreciation, your mind begins to look for more things to appreciate. And that's powerful because what you focus on expands. If you focus on lack, you'll see more lack. If you focus on blessings, you'll see more blessings. Gratitude also humbles you. It reminds you that no matter how much you think you've done on your own, there's a higher power working behind the scenes on your behalf. It keeps you from taking your life for granted. You have to make gratitude a habit, not just a feeling you have when things are going well. Even on the days when you feel like nothing's working, there's always something to be thankful for. Maybe you got breath in your lungs. Maybe you've got someone who cares about you. Maybe you've got the ability to try again. The more you practice finding these moments, the more resilient you become, because gratitude shifts your perspective from I have to I get to. You don't have to go to work, you get to. You don't have to take care of your family, you get to. You don't have to work on your dreams, you get to. That small change in language will transform how you show up in your life. Gratitude also affects how people treat you. When you're genuinely thankful, people feel it. They're more willing to help you, to support you, to believe in you because you acknowledge their efforts. Nobody likes to pour into someone who never notices what's being given. The same goes for life itself. If you keep overlooking what you already have, why will life give you more? It's like planting seeds and never watering them. Gratitude is the water that makes those seeds grow. There's a reason why some of the most successful people in the world start their day by writing down what they're grateful for. They know that success without gratitude is empty. You can have all the money, the cars, the houses, the fame, and still be miserable if you can't appreciate it. But if you can be thankful for the smallest blessings, you'll never truly feel poor. That's the secret. You have to train your mind to see the good even in the middle of the bad. And here's the thing, gratitude is not just about looking backward at what you've received. It's also about looking forward with expectation. When you're thankful in advance for the things you believe are coming, you position yourself to receive them. You're telling the universe, I trust that it's already on the way. That's faith in action. You combine gratitude with belief, and you create a powerful magnet for opportunity. When you wake up tomorrow morning, before you grab your phone, before you think about the problems waiting for you, before you let worry creep in, stop and say, Thank you. Say it out loud. Say it with meaning. Let that be the first thing your mind hears and your heart feels, because the energy you start with is the energy you carry into everything else you do that day. The second thing you have to tell yourself every morning is that you are capable. Capability is not just about having the skills or the resources right now. It's about believing deep down that you can handle whatever comes your way, even if you've never faced it before. The mind has an incredible way of convincing you that you're not ready, that you're not good enough, that someone else could do it better. If you start your day with those thoughts, you've already put a wall between yourself and your potential. The truth is, every challenge you've ever faced in life has prepared you for something else. Every struggle, every setback, every disappointment, every win, it has all been building you into someone who can figure things out. Someone who can keep going when most people stop. Believing you're capable doesn't mean you'll never feel fear or doubt. Those feelings are natural, but they don't have to control you. What matters is that you decide to take action in spite of them. That decision starts in the morning when you remind yourself of the truth. You survive everything life has thrown at you so far. The fact that you've made it to today means you have a perfect record of getting through hard days. That's not luck. That's strength. That's resilience. That's proof that you can handle more than you think. You have to understand that capability grows with use. The more you challenge yourself, the more capable you become. It's like a muscle. If you never push it, it never gets stronger. Every morning when you tell yourself you're capable, you're not just talking about where you are now. You're speaking into where you're going. You're declaring that you can adapt, you can learn, and you can rise to the occasion no matter what. Most people underestimate themselves because they wait until they feel ready. But ready is a myth. You'll never feel perfectly prepared for the biggest moments in your life. The real preparation happens in motion, when you step into the unknown and trust that you'll figure it out along the way. Capability also requires self-trust. You have to trust that the same person who got through the last challenge will get through the next one. You have to trust that you'll find the resources, the answers, or the people you need at the right time. That trust is built every time you keep a promise to yourself. Every time you show up even when you don't feel like it. Every time you push past the point where you used to quit. Those moments add up and they become the evidence you use to remind yourself in the morning that you are more capable than you give yourself credit for. It's also important to stop comparing your capability to someone else's. Everyone has a different starting line, a different set of experiences, and a different pace of growth. Just because someone else makes it look easy doesn't mean they didn't have their own struggles behind the scenes. And just because your progress looks slow doesn't mean it's not happening. Capability is not about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday and trusting yourself enough to keep moving forward. When you start your day telling yourself you are capable, you give yourself permission to take risks, to try, to fail, and to try again without shame. You remove the limits you've been putting on yourself. You shift from asking, can I, to telling yourself, I can and I will. That mindset changes the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and the way you approach every opportunity that comes your way. It makes you show up with confidence, even when the outcome is uncertain. And over time, that confidence becomes reality, because when you believe you're capable, you start proving it to yourself again and again. The third thing you have to tell yourself every morning is that you deserve good things. Many people wake up already feeling unworthy, carried the weight of past mistakes, broken promises, or the belief that they are somehow less than others. That belief is one of the biggest barriers to receiving blessings, because If you don't believe you deserve them, you will either reject them when they come or sabotage them without even realizing. Worthiness is not about perfection. It's about understanding that you were created with value from the very beginning. You don't have to earn the right to be loved, to be successful, or to live a fulfilling life. You already have that right simply by existing. When you start your morning by telling yourself that you deserve good things, you begin to dismantle the lies that have been planted in your mind over the years. Maybe you were told you weren't smart enough, attractive enough, talented enough, or deserving of love. Those voices can echo in your head for decades if you let them. But each day is a new opportunity to replace those voices with your own. You have to speak worthiness over yourself before the world tries to tell you otherwise. The truth is, no one else can validate you enough to make you feel deserving if you don't believe it yourself. Feeling deserving also changes the way you move through life. When you believe you deserve good things, you set higher standards for how you're treated. You stop settling for relationships, jobs, and environments that drain you. You stop saying yes to things that don't serve your growth. You start making decisions that align with your value, even if it means walking away from what's familiar. That shift alone can transform your entire life because it puts you in spaces where blessings can actually reach you. Believing you deserve good things also affects your level of effort. When you think you're unworthy, you might not even try for better opportunities because you assume they're out of your reach. But when you know you're worthy, you take chances, you apply for that position, you start that business, you step into that room, and you speak up because you understand that good things are not just for other people, they are for you too. It's not arrogance, it's an acceptance of your value and a willingness to receive. Deserving good things is also about letting go of guilt. Sometimes people hold themselves back because they feel guilty about doing well when others around them are struggling. But the truth is, your success, happiness, and peace of mind do not take away from anyone else. In fact, the more you have, the more you can give. When you remind yourself daily that you deserve abundance, you also open yourself up to becoming a source of abundance for others. There will be days when life tries to convince you otherwise, when setbacks, rejection, or failure make you question your worth. That's why telling yourself you deserve good things every single morning is so important. It's a declaration that no matter what happens today, your value is not up for debate. It doesn't shrink when things go wrong, and it doesn't disappear because of someone else's opinion. It remains constant, and your belief in it has to be constant too. When you truly embrace this truth, you stop chasing validation from the outside and start living from a place of wholeness on the inside. The fourth thing you must say every morning is that you will take action today. Too many people wake up with dreams in their hearts and ideas in their minds, but never move forward because they are waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is an illusion. If you keep waiting for the right time, you'll spend your whole life waiting. Action is what turns thoughts into reality. You can have the best vision, the most detailed plan, and the strongest desire, but without action, none of it will matter. Telling yourself you will take action today is a commitment to move, to do, to push forward. Even if it's just one small step, action creates momentum, and momentum changes everything. The first step is always the hardest because it requires you to break through the wall of hesitation and fear. But once you take that step, you'll find that the next one is easier. Even if you don't know exactly how everything will work out, action opens doors you didn't even know were there. Opportunities rarely show up to those who are standing still. They show up to people who are already in motion. Taking action also teaches you in ways that thinking alone never will. You can read all the books, take all the courses, and watch all the videos, but until you put something into practice, you'll never fully understand it. Failure while taking action is still progress because every mistake teaches you something valuable. You cannot learn the depth of your own strength, creativity, and resilience without stepping into situations where you have to use them. The commitment to act every day also builds discipline. There will be mornings when you don't feel motivated, when the excitement you had yesterday has faded, when the obstacles in front of you seem too big. That's when this daily declaration matters most. When you tell yourself you will take action today, you're not promising to do everything perfectly. You're promising not to do nothing. Discipline is born in those moments when you choose to move forward, even without the spark of inspiration. Taking action also sends a message to yourself and to the world that you're serious. People respect action takers because action shows intention. It tells others you're not just talking. You're willing to put in the work. That respect often leads to help, partnerships, and opportunities that wouldn't come your way if you were only speaking about your plan. Another reason to commit to action every morning is that action builds confidence. You can't think your way into confidence. You earn it through experience. Every time you take a step, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you're capable of following through. Those small wins stack up over time until you've built unshakable belief in yourself. That belief then fuels even bigger actions, creating a cycle of growth and achievement. It's important to remember that action today doesn't have to mean completing the entire journey. You don't have to accomplish everything in one day. What matters is that you do something that moves you forward. It might be making a phone call, sending an email, practicing your craft, learning a new skill, or taking a risk you've been avoiding. Big breakthroughs are built on the foundation of small, consistent action. Every morning when you declare you will take action today, you're choosing progress over procrastination. You're choosing movement over stagnation. You're choosing to be the kind of person who doesn't just dream, but actually builds the life they envision. This one decision, repeated daily, has the power to completely change the direction of your life because the future you want is only possible if you are willing to act in the present. The fifth thing you must say every morning is that you will not quit. Life has a way of testing your commitment to your dreams, and those tests often come in the form of setbacks, delays, and disappointments. When you wake up and make the decision that quitting is not an option, you give yourself the strength to face whatever the day brings without letting it stop you. Quitting is permanent, but every other challenge is temporary. The only way you truly fail is when you decide to stop trying. There will always be reasons to give up: fear, frustration, exhaustion, but there will also always be reasons to keep going if you choose to see them. Telling yourself you will not quit creates a mental barrier against giving in when things get tough. It prepares you for the moments when motivation fades and the excitement you felt at the beginning of your journey turns into hard, uncomfortable work. Anybody can keep going when everything is going well, but true resilience is built when you keep going even when nothing seems to be working. This mindset turns challenges into stepping stones instead of roadblocks. Not quitting doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means accepting that the path to success will be messy, unpredictable, and often harder than you thought. It means making adjustments, learning from mistakes, and finding new ways to move forward instead of walking away. Every obstacle you overcome becomes proof that you are stronger than you once believed. And that proof becomes fuel for the next battle. The decision not to quit also changes how you see time. When you are committed to the long game, temporary delays don't feel like the end of the road. You understand that success is not a straight line and that detours are part of the journey. You stop looking for shortcuts and start focusing on building a solid foundation that will last. This mindset not only keeps you going, it helps you grow in ways that quitting never could. There will be days when it feels like nothing is moving, when your effort doesn't seem to match your results. Those are the days when the temptation to quit is strongest. That's why this daily declaration is so important. It's a reminder that persistence often works in the background before you see any visible results. Seeds take time to grow beneath the surface before breaking through the soil, and your efforts are no different. Refusing to quit also earns you a level of respect from yourself and from others. When people see that you stay committed despite challenges, they start to believe in you. More importantly, you start to believe in yourself in a deeper way. That self-respect builds confidence and determination, which only make you stronger for future challenges. Over time, this commitment becomes part of your identity. You are no longer someone who tries. You are someone who sees things through. Choosing not to quit doesn't mean you never feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. Those feelings are part of the process. But every time you push through them, you become more prepared for the next obstacle. Your endurance grows, your problem-solving skills sharpen, and your vision becomes clearer. You realize that the challenges you face are shaping you into the kind of person who can handle the success you're chasing. This is why telling yourself every morning that you will not quit is more than just a motivational phrase. It's a promise to yourself that no matter how hard it gets, you will keep putting one foot in front of the other until you reach where you're going. The sixth thing you need to tell yourself every morning is that today is an opportunity. Each day is a chance to start fresh, to make progress, to create something meaningful, and to take steps toward the life you want. Too often people wake up and see the day as just another routine, another cycle of the same responsibilities and challenges. But when you choose to see today as an opportunity, your perspective shifts. You stop focusing only on what you have to do and start thinking about what you get to do. Every sunrise is an invitation to try again, to learn something new, to meet someone who could change your path, or to finally take action on something you've been delaying. When you recognize that today is an opportunity, you approach it differently. You become more intentional with your time and energy. You start looking for the small moments that could lead to something bigger. You pay attention to conversations, to ideas, to inspiration that might normally pass you by. This mindset opens your eyes to possibilities that were always there but hidden behind the distractions of daily life. It allows you to step into the day with curiosity instead of boredom, with excitement instead of dread. Opportunities aren't always grand or obvious. Sometimes they are hidden inside challenges, disguised as problems that need solving. Seeing today as an opportunity means you're willing to dig deeper, to ask yourself how you can grow from what's in front of you rather than run from it. This doesn't mean every moment will be easy or pleasant, but it does mean that even the hard moments can serve a purpose. They can teach you patience, resilience, and creativity, and those lessons prepare you for even greater opportunities in the future. Living with this mindset also forces you to take ownership of your day. If you truly believe today is an opportunity, you can't waste it waiting for someone else to make it happen for you. You become proactive instead of reactive. You take steps, make calls, start conversations, or practice your craft without waiting for perfect conditions. You understand that opportunities don't always announce themselves. They often appear when you're already in motion. Doing today as an opportunity also helps you appreciate the present instead of constantly living in the past or future. The past is gone and can't be changed. The future is coming, but it's shaped by what you do now. Today is the only day you can actually use, so it becomes the most valuable time you have. When you see it that way, you're less likely to waste it on negativity, procrastination, or distractions that don't serve your goal. You begin to prioritize what matters and let go of what doesn't. There's also a sense of gratitude that comes with this perspective. When you understand that today is a gift that many people didn't get, it becomes harder to take it for granted. You realize that you have another shot to make things right, to take risks, to enjoy moments with people you care about, and to create memories you'll be proud of. That gratitude fuels your motivation and makes you more willing to push through challenges. Telling yourself every morning that today is an opportunity creates a habit of awareness. It keeps you alert to the chances around you, no matter how small they may seem at first. Over time, those small opportunities build into big changes. A short conversation could lead to a business connection. A decision to try something new could uncover a hidden talent. A choice to work on your goal for just an hour could bring you closer to a breakthrough. Every great success story starts with someone recognizing the value of a single day and making the most of it.